So I've been seeing a lot of people talk about moving to Miami, and as a New Yorker that lived in Miami for a short time, don't. Miami got mad racism, y'all. Mad racism.
Black people do not reproduce enough. You don't have the numbers. You don't make enough Black Americans. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm Cerebral, and today's topic is Miami racist? This woman is a popular influencer. Her name, I believe, is Jessie Lee Wong. I'm not sure if it's Jessie Lee. I know her first name is Jessie. Her last name is Wong. She is Jamaican. She also has some Chinese ancestry, and she lives in Miami. We know that Florida, I actually heard somebody recently say Florida is not the South. Actually, it is still the South, just like Texas and Alabama, Georgia. Some people feel that way because Miami especially is like an island or something. You know, it is surrounded by water. You have so many people from the Caribbean islands that live in Florida. We know that a lot of the Latins that live there are Cuban. I have been hearing for years that they are very racist in Florida, the Cubans, and how a number of them feel they are white, want to be white. Some of them are a lot of European descent, some of them. You know, all I have to say before I show this video clip is people often assume that because a place is very diverse that there won't be any racism. But I said in another video, a lot of racism hasn't disappeared because a lot of places, aka the ethnicities, are still racist within their own culture. So you come over to the United States where everybody is thrown together in certain parts. You think they would get along, but they don't get along or like each other all the time. You don't have to have white American people present for racism or colorism to exist. I'm tired of people trying to use white people as the scapegoat, the cop-out to racism and colorism. That exists without white people present, okay? And it doesn't just come from being colonized. This has existed for hundreds of years in different cultures, and no one wants to talk about that or admit that. So in Miami, you have all these different ethnicities coming over there that live there, but they live in different sections, a number of them. So let me be quiet. Let's listen to what she had to say. What she had to say about Miami. Now, you do have some mixing that goes on between the ethnicities. You have that, but not all the time. Not like in maybe New York City and Jersey, Georgia. You know, you don't always have that. You would think you would. And you have a sprinkle of that, I'm sure, in Miami. But you have a lot of groups that are still segregated. You have places like Little Haiti in Florida where a lot of Haitians are. And they don't mingle with different Caribbean people from different islands either. So let's see what she had to say.
If you're a Black person and you're considering visiting or living in Miami and you don't really understand how this city works, let me break it down for you. I've lived in Miami pretty much my entire life. This is just the lay of the land. Number one, if you're going out, you're going to find Black people in pockets, in certain clubs, certain restaurants, certain spaces. And depending on the community you're in, you'll find them there. For example, if you go to a Victory Lounge, you're looking for, you know, Black people, you want to eat, you want to have a lounge experience. If you go to Jamaican parties, you're going to find Jamaican people. It's not a city where Black people are everywhere. If you're trying to go out and you're trying to find other people, you're going to have to look up Miami Black blank if that's the type of music you're going to go to, or the type of vibe or experience you're trying to have. Miami is predominantly Hispanic, and they run things. That's just the lay of the land, just what it is. Most of the time, if you just go out to a club on a random day, you're going to find Hispanic people. You're going to listen to Hispanic music. You're going to be in areas, especially affluent areas. It's going to be predominantly Hispanic. Now, there are a lot of tourists that come in and out of the city, but regardless, that's just what it is. with that being said, you can find all different types of food. You may have to drive a little bit, depending on, you know, if you're looking for Haitian food or Jamaican food or Nigerian food. You can find it, but you're going to have to look for it. It's not in every corner. Now, if you want Cuban food or Hispanic food or pollo tropical or something, that's everywhere. You can find that everywhere. I always say Miami is not a melting pot, it's a tossed salad. So there's a lot of different cultures here. They're not mixing, but you can find everywhere. Now, is Miami racist? It can be, depending on where you are, what you're doing. I've had instances where I'll go eat with a group of my friends and the waiter or waitress is treating us strange at an establishment I've been to prior. So a lot of times it depends on who you're dealing with, but racism is everywhere. And just because it's not predominantly white people here does not mean that other groups of people do not have discriminatory ideologies towards us. I've been in instances where, you know, I'm with a promoter and we're going to a club and all of a sudden they're turning us away because there's too many black people in our crew. Like, there are these instances. They're not common, but they do exist, which is why a lot of black people, when they go out, they just go out to areas where they know people are going to be like them. They don't want to deal with it. They don't have to deal with it. It's just what it is. All in all, I think Miami has, you know, if you're looking for weather preferences, if you like the beach, if you like to shop, if you like to turn up, this is the city for you. If you're looking for something a little bit more artistic, just come for Art Basel and leave. This is not the place to find a jazz spot or a poetry lounge or people who are in that scene. This is not a fashion capital. It's a swimwear capital. This is a place where you're going to see BBLs left, right, and center. This is a place where, you know, people are beautiful, but they may be entitled, but they may lack substance. They may be not people that will go the long way with you. There are exceptions to the rule, like myself, who has grown up in Miami, so I wouldn't say I'm a product of Miami. But in general, finding people with depth here is going to be difficult. Let me know if you have any other questions. I got a lot to say about Miami.
You know, I've been to Miami, but I really didn't get to experience Miami, and it was absolutely beautiful. This was when my father took us me and my brother on a boat cruise, and I actually got sick, and I was in the hotel, and I did not get to really experience Miami. I wanted to, and from what I've heard for years, Miami is beautiful. I heard some people say that the racism is not always so noticeable, always in your face. Sometimes it is. It depends on the person, but you have a lot going on there. A lot of groups of different ethnicities, especially in the Latin community. A number of them can be prejudiced. They can be have colorism going on. And I've been hearing this from different videos that I saw, and I'm not shocked by it. This is something that you see all over the United States, but she said it's not a melting pot. You hear that about New York City. She said not necessarily that. It's a tossed salad over there. And again, I've heard things about Cubans, and there's a lot of them are Cuban who are the Hispanics there. Of course, there are other different types of Hispanics there too, but a large amount. She said the majority of Miami is Hispanic. Okay, that's the music you're going to hear. That's the food that you're going to eat a lot. And it's not, a lot of people still go there. South Beach, the beautiful beaches, the bodies, if you like salsa dancing, if you don't have a problem, you know, being around a lot of Hispanic people. And I don't have an issue being around anyone as long as they're not racist towards me. You know what I'm saying? So, interesting. Let me see let's watch the second video of what she said, because there were a lot of opinions about what she said. I'm going to post the link to this video so you can check out the comments and check out her TikTok as the first comment.
For those of you that are saying Miami is not racist, let me break down what I've been through so you can understand that Miami's not overtly racist. It's a little bit more hidden and harder to see. So, I was once hired to be an atmosphere model for Mr. Jones. I was paid $1,000 to go to this club, sit down, be at this event, look cute, and leave. Now, in the room, I was one of 3 black women in a space that had maybe 500 people. So we were there to meet the quota, the right ratio of black women that was okay for that night. Now, I was getting paid. I was not really part of the event. I was just there. About 2 weeks later, I met with a promoter, and he's like, hey, let's hang out, and then afterwards we're gonna go out to the club, blah, blah, blah. I was outside at the time. I said, all right, cool. So I'm with myself and another one of my girls. We pull up to Mr. Jones, and I see him talking back and forth with the promoter. I'm really cool with him. And he comes back and he's like, yeah, he said there's too many black girls in our crew. So outside of myself, there was about 5 other black women I didn't know, but they were attractive black women, different sizes, different complexions, etc. We were denied entry. Okay, so this is the part of Miami where I say, I'm the same person that was paid to be in the establishment to meet a requirement of people that was turned away weeks later because there was too many black people in my crew. Now, Mr. Jones is one of those spaces where if you go on their page at the time, this is about a year ago or 2, you saw white and Hispanic women and you saw black men that as long as they were famous, that was fine. That is what happens in a lot of clubs in Miami, especially South Beach, especially affluent clubs, especially clubs that are not necessarily catering to a black crowd. They may have a black night. You know what night to go to live. You know what night to go to certain clubs to see your people, to hear your music. Now, some people are like, it's not a big deal. And some people say that's a big deal because this is 2025. But hey, is that considered racist to you or not? Or do you just not care about the well-being of black women, which, hey, join the line.
You know, hearing things like that absolutely disgusts me. It is racism. It is discrimination. And I feel a lot of black women can sue, in my opinion, because it's against the law. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to beg to come into your establishment. But this cannot be going on in 2025. It cannot be going on in 2025. Not only that, it's interesting to me how she brung up finding your music. And it's like, as a black woman, I don't just like R&B music. As a woman who also has Caribbean ancestry, I don't just like Caribbean music. Maybe I want to go to a different establishment because I like the other races of men. I don't just like black men, you know? So it's like, well, they want to stereotype you. Or it's like, okay, you can like whatever you like, but in some of these places, they're going to reject you. The people in power to let you in the line, to let you in the place. And it's just interesting to me. It's interesting to me because I'm not going to bootleg. I'm not going to bootlick or whatever. Like, let me in, let me in. You got to like me. You got to like me. Absolutely not. But I hate when people think that because you are a black person, oh, you like this, you like that. You can't like this, you can't like that. Who the hell are you to tell me what I like or what I can like, what I want to be around? It's disgusting to me. They're the C blockers, because they're trying to keep you from having more. I've heard this for years about black women trying to get into clubs where there are men in sports, and the people in power, they're like, we can't let you black women in. He might be attracted to you and then you end up with him and he has money. Oh no, we only want to promote the white women to get in so they can be with them and make the babies and have the money. We don't want you black women coming into that or being his type, blocking you, hating on you. So it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting. So that happened to her. That's absolutely disgusting. I was looking at other videos where there were black people of various different ethnicities discussing their experience in Miami with racism. It's not shocking to me because a lot of different ethnicities, people of color, a number of them are also prejudiced and racist to tribal and ethnicity wars. One woman said that they will ask you a lot, what are you in Miami? Because if you don't look like a stereotype of what they think your group or ethnicity looks like, they want to figure you out and keep asking you, what's your background a lot, to the point where they said it's extremely annoying. It's very, very common, being curious about you, or you don't look a certain way and then they want to know what's your background. And that happens not just in Miami, but they said it's a lot of that there in Miami. Maybe because some of them do not mingle all the time. So when you look different, they're like, well, are you a mix of these different ethnicities? We don't typically talk to them and stuff like that. We've been hearing these things for so long, since I've been a little girl in this country, and it just doesn't get better a lot. And I want to say something too to being Black American. I see in the comment sections, people will say, oh, this used to be Black. Places like California, New York, places in Florida. Well, it's not like that anymore. The truth is, and I'm going to be very upfront with you, let me say something, the elephant in the room, okay? Black America, you cannot compete with other people because you don't have the numbers. You just don't have the numbers. Black American, to be specific, and I am also Black American. You don't. This is for my fellow Black people that's going to get upset watching this video and talk about, well, New York used to be Black American, California, Florida. That's not the case anymore. It's no longer that way at all. Black people do not reproduce enough. You don't have the numbers. You don't make enough Black Americans. I don't care how many foreign Black people come to America. Are they Black American people? No. So you can't use them and say, well, there's a lot of this group there, they're Black. Are they Black American? They don't culturally identify with you. And many other things. They're not Black Americans. That's just facts. So Black America is being squashed by people of different ethnicities who outnumber Black people. Places in California that had a high Black population is gone. And now it's Hispanic. Same thing in Florida. Same thing everywhere you go. Black women don't make enough Black children. And there's reasons for that. Now, even though I support interracial dating for Black women, I will continue to. I'm not slow either. I also know that it's not enough Black people being made. We know that what exists. The men are not marrying. They're not stable homes. Lack of jobs and careers. It's a lot that goes into it. A lot of Black women can't afford to have a lot of children. But if Black women and men got together and actually had healthy relationships, got married, had good income coming in, the only way to fix the problem, Black women would have to have 5 children each. 5 children per Black woman just to catch up to the Hispanics. People can say whatever you want, but when you are outnumbered by all these different ethnicities, including Black ethnicities that don't like you, don't want to reproduce with you, don't want your culture, treat you like something out of Jim Crow. And like I've said again and again, white people do not have to be present for colorism and discrimination to be present. You can blame them all you want, whatever. They don't have to be involved or near for other groups of people of color to act that way. And Black people, Black America is being squashed. No amount of degrees and good jobs is going to fix this problem if you don't make enough Black American people. You will be outnumbered in every state you go to by people that don't like you. A number of them. Some of them do. But a number, I always say it's 50-50. 50% are cool, don't have a problem with you, and 50% of them don't like you at all. A number, and they don't hide it, some of them. What do you do when this is a problem, not just with white people, but other people of different ethnicities. You are in for a rude awakening. You have a problem, and it's not a good one. If you want to compete, you can't compete if there's not enough of you being made. You can't have a group of 20 Black Americans, then you got a group of 80 Hispanics, 80 Arabs, 80 Chinese, 80 white people, 80 Lord Samoans, 80 Haitians, 80 Africans. You might say, well, they're still Black to me. They're not the same as you, and they don't identify with you. Not culturally, and a lot of other stuff, a number of them. So you get what I'm saying? You got, child, it's a long video with that. I don't see this problem ending anytime soon for Black people in America. This is a problem, and it's not going away anytime soon because a lot of different ethnicities are also racist people, and they have issues even within their own group with that. And they don't address that or fix that. This is not going away in our lifetime, probably. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's slowly getting a little bit better. People talk about it a lot more and address it a lot more, but it's still nowhere near where it needs to be. And, so listen, are you from Miami that's watching this? You let us know in the comments section. What is it like in Miami? What are race relations really like? Do you see a lot of, well, some of them said they don't mingle. So you don't see Hispanics and Black people, whatever the ethnicity is, but being Black, you don't see them dating each other, making children together in Miami, dancing together, having fun together. Let us know. Let us know in the comments section. What is it really like in Florida?
So I've been seeing a lot of people talk about moving to Miami, and as a New Yorker that lived in Miami for a short time, don't. Miami got mad racism, y'all. Mad racism. Okay? Latino people do not fuck with us in Miami. They don't. No matter if you are a Black person that's getting it, successful, they don't look at us as equals at all. In New York, Latinos and the Blacks, we equal. Like, we so lit together. We have a good time. In Miami, no. In Miami, the Latinos think that they're white. That's what they think. They think that they're white. Like, let's just keep it 100. They don't think that they're Latino. They think that they're white in Miami. Okay? And they look so down on the Black people in Miami. It's ridiculous. And I don't even know why the hell people live in Miami, because Miami is very expensive. For me to live in Miami, I was actually getting taken care of. I didn't work. Because there's no jobs. They have never had jobs in Miami. They have never had jobs in Miami. All my cousins live in Miami. If you not a scammer, if you ain't trapping, if you're not a business owner, you're not making it out there. And to the girlies, if you ain't got no, sugar daddy, no provider, you're not getting it out there. Because guess what? In Miami, my cousins, when they did try to do regular jobs, like, and actually be tax-paying civilians, they were working at Foot Locker, and you would think, okay, you work at Foot Locker and you work at Target and you work at all these places. No, you're not getting full-time hours. You're getting part-time hours. So in order to survive in Miami, you have to have 2 part-time jobs to make it a full-time job. Who's living that life? So don't move to Miami. With the racism, if y'all want a part 2, if y'all really want me to dig deep into my experience on living in Miami from New York, because you can move to New York and make it. You can't move to Miami and make it unless you're doing them things. Don't move to Miami, y'all.
So that is it for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will be reading what you have to say. Things I said in this video, it doesn't apply to everyone. Not all places are the same. It's not all the same, but we got some problems up in this country. It's been going on for a while. So let us know in the comment section. You all take care. Please get those likes up. If you hit the bell to click all notifications so you know when I'm live and when I'm posting. You all take care. Bye, everyone.